Hello everyone. I think we're going. Yes, I think we're moving. Oh God, why are you showing me those analytics? Are terrifying. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Iron Phoenix, and I am being deafened by Empyrion. So I do need to. I just need to sort this out. Ugh, God. Total volume. Let's just knock that down a bit. Right. So. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, a game that is leaving early access soon. So I thought, well, the patch has dropped, like the pre-release patch, I guess you could call it. So let's take a look. I'm going to start a new game because, well, you know what these patches are like; they can go a bit wonky. So let's just call it pre-release. Pre-release lakes, yeah. Difficulty, yeah. Start location, I believe there's like few different ones. Do not go into the swamp at night. That sounds tempting. Starting equipment. Only pistol. What else have we got? Ooh, snow. Oh, it's gonna be snow. Needs viral hints. Yeah. Use the freezer. Use the freezer. Use the heater. Lower altitudes are much warmer. If you have no option, also helps also with hail. Ooh, hail. Broken HV in distance to the larger wreckage. Salvage the open cockpit. Build a closed one. Okay. Let's do this. Go. Do things. So yeah, I kind of also wanted a reasonably chill game. You know what I mean. So that I could sort of talk about some games I've been playing, because obviously new computer means that I can actually now play the games that I wanted to play, but couldn't because my computer was reasonably broken. Okay, we've got 1, 2, possibly 3. Okay, I'm gonna go towards possibly 4 actually. There seems to be something there. But I'm gonna sort of land here and see what there is to see. Actually, there's something. Could be wreckage up top as well. I don't know what those are, but it looks like. Oh, or it could be a spider nest. Let's not get the two confused. But yeah, let's start with this. Okay. Oh, teleport station. That's what this place is called. Yeah. So I've been playing some new games. But first, let's just talk about this one. So this is Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is what space engineers. Yes. No. Closed dialogue. I don't care. This is what space engineers could have been had the game been good. Oh, okay. So this is like actually owned by someone, but it's not active, and this place just isn't functional. Fine. Let's I'll go over to this wreckage and see what we got. As I am running around in the snow, and that's probably not healthy. Oh, you know what? I've also landed in no, but not that far away from a minigun drone. So let's not annoy him now. So there's the teleport station. There's that one, and then there's that one. That wreckage there. Let's poke around in this wreckage. See what there is to see. Yeah, so it's a little bit more. God, I can't remember what it's called. It's got structural integrity in it. It's a little bit more it's focused more on building structures. The damage model isn't quite as good, but quite frankly, I will take this damage model that works over the Space Engineers damage model, which just causes you so many problems. So yeah, well, basically I'll just sort of continue to play through and do my usual chatting about things and stuff. So yeah, so new computer. So what have I played? So Frostpunk was the first one I picked up. Fabulous game. Really, really good. Really, really good. Very brutal, but you know, it's one of those games where you know kind of what you're getting yourself in for. It's a very, very brutal game, and that's fine because that's what I expected when I entered into. Okay, we get a core, we get ourselves a survival tent as well. Right, I'm just gonna set up a sort of a small. So, got ourselves a portable heater and this. Oh, and we've got the motorcycle construction kit as well. We should probably just quickly turn that into a motorcycle. So we've also got that core, as well as just some useful bits and pieces. Oh, and some electronics as well. Right, so we've got the motorbike. What I would also need a survival tool, and let's get the pistol out as well, just in case of problems. Now, oh yes, I need to. Is it salvage? Resource drill. It's that, isn't it? Yeah. So this will just. This is just gathering some resources. I think. Can I tunnel with this? I thought I could tunnel with the survival tool. Maybe not. Yeah, I thought I could actually. Yes, yeah, I can. It's just very, very slow, and I've got to get it in the right spot, otherwise it won't do anything. Yeah. So it would be an idea for me to build a base underground. Just get up to that heater again. Yes, right. Right, so the crushed stone will allow me to build a base starter, which is probably a good idea. I did also get some points actually, which I can spend. So what I would want to do is get some stuff for the base, if possible. Cargo boxes, yes. And also get some tools. What can I unlock? That's the question. Some cargo boxes, RCS for the hover vessel, mate, as well. Not a lot, basically. Yeah, not a lot. That's fine. Right, well. Oh god. Really, I want to get this, I want to get far enough down that I am at sort of 0 degrees, I think. And then I can work with that. Oh, come on. I'll have to do some bits and pieces just to sort of make the base sort of work. But we'll get there. Right, so that's at 1 degree. And that is... Sorry if you guys hear any sort of squeaking of tyres. People are going a bit nuts around here. There's an awful lot of skidding of tyres because people are driving too fast. It's certainly gone up since lockdown. People are just not really quite thinking, I don't think. Anyway, so I played some Frostpunk. That is a fabulous game. And State of Decay 2, and State of Decay 2 is one of those games where what they've done is they've basically made State of Decay, and they've added a few extra things to the game, and then called it a day, which is exactly what I want from State of Decay. What I want from State of Decay 2 is more State of Decay, so the fact that I got State of Decay is exactly what I actually wanted in the end. So I'm very happy with that one. What was the other thing? So hold on, I made a list. Why can I not see the? So State of Decay, Sea of Thieves. That was the other one. Because I was on Windows 7 before, which means that I couldn't actually play Sea of Thieves. And again, it's one of those games where it does one thing very well. You sail around and you get gold to get cosmetics, and you just rinse and repeat. And I've got no problem with that whatsoever. It's really not. Just one of the. It's just one of those games. It just does one thing really, really well, and that's really all I want from it, And it's one of those games where I think that there's going to be quite a lot of complaints about the lack of content. I'm kind of fine with that. I'm fine with it not having a huge amount of content, because the things it does do is it does those things extremely well. And some people might be thinking, "Oh, I was expecting drama." Don't worry, we'll get there. So 3 games that I bought, which actually I really enjoyed, and they work. They work exactly how I expected them to. And then we get to what I think is going to be my most disappointing game ever. And I know people will kind of jump in here, and they might suggest games which were far more disappointing, like Ride to Hell Retribution. And I would say that Ride to Hell Retribution wasn't a disappointing game. It was just a bad game. There's no, it was made by a pretty much a no-name development studio. It looked like it had barely any budget actually spent on it. Probably very little time as well, very little sort of QA testing, very little desire to fix bugs, just sort of push it out, ship it, hopefully make some money off all the YouTubers playing it and complaining about it. That isn't a disappointing game. That's just the sign of a bad game. And you might, things like Digital Homicide have made. Again, not disappointing games. They're just bad. But Doom Eternal, I think, may be my most disappointing game, because they made a beautiful game a beautiful game. Doom 2016 was perfect in every way possible. The game was balanced. There was no fat on it. There was nothing that wasted your time. There was nothing that sort of held you back, or the boss fights were good, solid boss fights. Everything just sort of worked all the way through. In the sort of way that you would expect for that sort of game. And then they did Doom Eternal. and I don't know what happened at that point. Something must have happened in the development team for that to be released. The new enemies that they added, some of them were okay, but yeah, some of them were okay, but vast majority of them were just a waste of time, ultimately. So the Marauder, I think the Marauder really does sum up everything that's wrong with Doom Eternal. So for example, let me think of a good one. The guy with the jetpack and the missiles. I don't know what the names of all of them are, but so if you get the drop on it, you can take out its missile launchers. Good idea. You can an awful lot of the enemies that they added. All the enemies that they added, you can sort of cut bits off them. That's a really good idea. It adds a little bit more flavour to it. You can, and there's little things like if you headshot these guys with a specific gun, then they're going to spray out loads of ammunition and health. However, if you just kill them normally, they won't do that. The missile guys, you can take them out. There's like a spidery thingy with a sort of a top turret that you can blow off. Again, all very, very good ideas. And then you get to the Marauder. Now, Marauder doesn't have any of those little bits. He's got a cycle to him, in that he will he kind of has a shield, which he stays behind most of the time. If you shoot at him, he will put that shield up and block, and in fact, not just block your attacks, but also they will also rebound off his shield, potentially hitting you. And that shield goes up a lot. If you get too close to him, he uses a shotgun, but as soon as you fire at him, he'll then pull up his shield. If you get too far away from him, he kind of has sort of like a bladed attack, but anyway, if you try and attack him at that point, he'll put up his shield and you can't actually damage him. He also has a dog, sort of made out of energy, which he will summon, and that will charge at you, and you can destroy it very, very quickly by using an energy weapon against it. However, even though we have been told throughout the game that your energy guns will beat energy shields, the Marauder has an energy shield which can't be defeated by the energy gun. It's advised that you attack him from mid-range. However, who really knows what mid-range actually stands for in that game? And if you stand to where you think is about mid-range, he will just attack you. And then if you shoot at him, he puts up his shield and you can't actually damage him. Generally, the only way to defeat him appears to be luck. His eyes flash green for a split second. We're not even talking an entire second here. And that will tell you that he's about to attack, and you should probably not die. And this isn't even a boss. This is an enemy that pops up. If you get him alone, he's manageable to a certain degree. If you get him with another sort of larger monster, yeah, you're going to die. It's simple as that. It's not a fair and balanced fight. And I don't know what they were thinking adding that. The rest of them are okay, but the Marauder is awful, and I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Again, the problem is that Doom Eternal isn't a bad game, it's just disappointing, and an awful lot of it comes from the design. Somebody else commented, talking about this. Somebody else commented that it's it's been designed for you to be on the edge of running out of ammunition all the time, which isn't really what the first game was about, or any of them. So as a result, you have to use your chainsaw to get more ammunition an awful lot of the time. It's fine, except for if you're in a big fight and there are no enemies that you can actually kill with the chainsaw, in which case you are screwed. You're dead. There's nothing you can do. You might be able to survive using your grenades, but good luck. As I said, it's just a disappointing game, and I'm kind of sad that it was just sort of that lackluster, ultimately. Right. What I need to do now, if I can get a capacitor up. So, yeah, as a result, I haven't actually finished Doom Eternal yet. I'm quite close to the end. It's just that there's only so many times that I have to restart a fight or fall down a bottomless pit, because the game is really not very good at explaining things, and yet will tell you exactly how to kill each enemy as they appear, but can't actually do things like tell you where the next jump is, because for some reason they decided to do it all mirror's edge style and add in sort of parkour, basically, which would be fine if it was sort of every so often, but large swathes of the level are just that. And some of the levels go on for ages as well. It's just like, is this going to end? Not the perspectives. The proportions are all wrong. What I mean by that is, obviously the Doom Marine is meant to be larger than most humans. Maybe about a head taller. He's a big guy. So when you are walking through the sort of the city areas, and these are all sort of human cities, you are able to walk through this terrain absolutely fine. I need to see if I can find some more food, because that's not going to last. Oh god. Use my jetpack to get up here. But you are able to walk through most doorways without it feeling too small. Then you go outside and you see sort of trucks, and they're tiny. These tiny things that are about the size of, well, cars. Let me just see if they... I'll take an automatic door. Why can't I? Oh, I need that. Right, yes. I will go for a little wander. Mushrooms. What I need is like fibre, which I can do from like this. Just need to chop down this tree. That should get me the fibre that I need, and then I can actually start getting my base some power. Thank you. Right, what? Oh, they automatically went into my inventory. Fine. Right. We are here. Right. So let's put that into there. That should get me what I need. I probably need more of this now. So I dared take a door over anything else. Fine. Yeah, so anyway, it's just not a particularly interesting game. All in all, I feel that they could have done an awful lot more with it had they wanted to. But you know, obviously, don't know what the circumstances behind it were. But it's just not fun. An awful lot of the game just kind of boils down to it just not being fun. And there are certainly games out there which I would say aren't fun games, but they are compelling. But Doom, you expect a certain amount from, and one of the things that I really do expect from Doom is for it to be fun. So, yeah, that was certainly a thing, and I might do a sort of a more sort of dedicated actual video on it. So I think from a design point of view, it can teach us quite a lot in how not to make a game, or certainly how not to make a sequel. So I don't know. I might see. Might sort of see how that goes. Probably not going to get an awful lot of this done. I will probably come back to Empyrion. Anyway, mainly because I just get bored with playing the same things over and over again. I've been playing a load of Autonauts. What am I missing? Glass plate and optical fibre. Fine, what am I missing? Oh wait, glass plate and optical fibre. Silicon ingots, okay. What do I need for silicon ingots? Silicon ore. I've just literally just not got enough of that, probably. Also, what I could do is actually just move these down. Obviously, I will still need to keep them on the ground like that, but hot beverage, some water. Right, well, onwards and downwards, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I think that quite a lot of games, when they have sequels, the sequels can be sort of cash-ins almost, like, and kind of Doom has sort of that feel in a way, that they were trying to do an awful lot of new things and sort of ramming it all in the same game, and it just didn't work. So yeah, that was the thing. And other than that, it's been reasonably chill, all in all. Played loads more Fallout. Well, I say loads more Fallout. I played a couple of, done a bit more Fallout. Though it's one of those weird things that, you know, now I have the ability to play Fallout. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that I have other things to play. But This video may end soon. In fact, this video may end now. Oh god, just hit by a wave of tiredness. Not done anything all day, all weekend. Oh, I forgot to do that actually. I'll do it tomorrow. It's fine. It's not like I'm going anywhere tomorrow. Joys of working from home. It's one of those things, I think, with the whole working from home thing. I know all kinds of people are basically doing what they need to do. And working from home is sort of this... it's sort of okay for a bit, but let me just use my drone. You know, it's okay for a bit, but it does sort of drag after a little while. On the basis that there are some things that are just easier in person. An awful lot of sort of communication, showing people how to do things. It's an awful lot easier if you can just sort of walk over and just talk to them about things. I can't do that at the moment because, well, I'm not in the office. Yeah, I mean, so in the UK, we are, well, honestly, we're not doing very well in general with the pandemic. I think that's the case with an awful lot of countries. Well, I say an awful lot of countries. Actually, yeah, an awful lot of countries have been hit quite hard. Places like South Korea have done quite well, but I think their sort of their pandemic procedures are an awful lot better than pretty much everywhere else. The UK just doesn't have any, which is weird when you think about how much preparation the UK government did for nuclear war. There was an awful lot of prep done, to the point where we had procedures for how to get bread to the people. And yeah, so we had all of that sort of stuff put in place, but we don't have anything for a pandemic, and the pandemic was, you know, far more likely, but there's just been nothing. And it hasn't helped that really our government is not great, and I think everybody does complain about their governments, and I think that they're all sort of useless in very specific ways. But unfortunately, we've been given the Tory party, the British Tory party are not good, to say the least. Suffering from hypothermia. Oh yeah, because it's minus 13. There we go. Right. No, stop doing that. I've got no food. I've got one food. That's not going to help for very long. Okay. Well, there is a tent up there, so I could always just jump into the tent, sleep through the night, and then see if I could find some food. That's probably the best idea. Sleep till morning. Right, see if we can find some food. Some mushrooms over there. That might be ideal. There's something here. Oh no, that's just where my lander was. Fine. Some more mushrooms there. Yeah, so yeah. The UK was hit overly hard, mostly because Boris Johnson didn't want to shut down the country, because he knew that would be detriment to our economy, so he didn't shut down. The result was that Britain was extremely hard hit by the virus during the first wave. During the first wave, the hospitals were instructed by the government to send anybody home, out of hospitals who could be released, but not to bother checking them. And so several elderly patients who were suffering from COVID were released back into care homes, and that caused a massive problem. Because that just sort of spread it even further. Yeah, so we have all this going on, all this mess, and all the while we've got all these PPE problems. We had this huge delivery coming in from Turkey. All these gowns that were coming in from Turkey, and it was this big thing that was reported. The government really sort of put it out there that they were doing this thing. There was all this supply problems, and so they eventually just sent out a Hercules, sent out the military to go and pick it up in a Hercules and pull it back into the UK, and all of this kind of went on, and it turns out that the gowns that they got were substandard and couldn't be used. So after all of that, no, we couldn't actually use them in the end. So so we've got all this going on, and so the masks thing is sort of the latest in this sort of knee-jerk reaction to a problem which I think is far more complicated than the Tories are capable of understanding. Yeah, so now in the UK, we have to wear a mask if we want to go to the shops. This is it's a mandatory thing. Ooh, some fuel packs, nice. Yeah, it's a mandatory thing. However, the supermarkets aren't checking, because it's not their responsibility to do that. And the police aren't checking because, well, the police are checking, but there's not enough police. So actually this new rule of having to wear a mask when you go into a shop isn't enforced by anyone, which is just ridiculous. It's all just utterly ridiculous. But yeah, this is sort of the world that we are in at the moment. Can I do anything with these mushrooms? No, I can eat them. But yeah, it's going to be a little rough, because until I get that cookery table, I can't actually do anything interesting. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end this video here. This is just going to be an endless cycle of death at this point. So I think at some point I will probably come back to Empyrion with a little bit more of a further game sort of going on. But it was a fun little just examination of what the game looks like at this point. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you